So this is the Ariki farmhouse. We currently use this house for meetings as Ariki's headquarters. We also host events here for the community, for gatherings. Currently there's a few people living around the farmhouse and we're just using the utilities and the facilities. We've got volunteers here, we've got residents that come in and out, so they often stay in a room. And yeah, it's just a really, really great asset for the farm at the moment as we continue to grow and evolve.
So this is our chickens. We acquired them from another farm about a few months ago. We have 77 of these ladies, and we are pretty much looking after them as community assisted agriculture. So we're providing eggs for the community, we're providing eggs for sale also to residents and other people that come through. Just an example of a venture that we can do on Ariki at the moment and going forward, as we wish to have more kind of businesses and ventures, non-for-profit or even for-profit, that can really incorporate into the community. And apart from them, giving us, food and sustenance for their eggs, they also give us so much love, and it's a pleasure to look after them.
So it's always been in Ariki's vision to have tiny home living, to minimalize out the way we live. And part of the idea is that people come onto the land, have mobile transportable homes on a small piece of land, and a lot of people are very interested in tiny homes. So we have people on the land that are currently building their own tiny homes. We have the opportunity to support people to build their own tiny homes. I myself and my partner, we're both going to be building our own tiny homes over the next month. And it's just a really exciting way to live as community in a more minimal way, with good housing that really suits also the impact that we have on the land. Well, this is our temporary community space where people are currently using it for cooking and hanging out. There's also people working here on the land that are using some temporary kind of camping facilities, but it used to be a milking station. This is where there were, I think, over 60 cows that were milked here regularly with the former farmers. They did a really good job looking after the pastures, but as we took on the farm with the dairy cows, in order to be able to take out a mortgage for this place, the farm ran for about 6 months with the dairy cows before it was sold. And now we have plans to turn this place into a community hub. So a large kitchen for community members, a place for us to congregate, get together, have activities, have meetings, a beautiful living space for the winter and the summer. So part of the goal here at Ariki is also restoration of the land. This has been dairy farming for such a long time, so the land has been used in a particular way. We are excited to be planting trees to bring back more diversity onto the land. So one of the projects that we have been gifted with from Kaipara Moana Remediation, which is an organization which received a lot of funding to support controlling the amount of sediment that goes into the waterways, into the Kaipara Harbour, is to plant as many trees as we can along our waterways. So we have received 20,000 trees as a donation, 20,000 tree guards also as a donation from Kaipara Moana Remediation. And as you can see in the background, we have people and volunteers planting out our trees, different natives from Manukas to Koprosmas to Kitokis. And it's just a wonderful way that we can help regenerate the land, give people an opportunity to get their hands on the soil, and help take care of one of the largest harbours in the Southern Hemisphere. So here we are on Puku Ariki, the highest point on the property. As you can see behind us, you can see the vastness of this property, the beauty of it. To the right of me, you've got the Kaipara Harbour with the mangroves. We have an abundance of fish and a beautiful habitat for many forms of life. Behind me on the flat areas down there, that's where we hold the festivals twice a year, Resolution Festival, New Zealand Spirit Festival. So this land was bought with the intention to have festivals to gather like-minded people to the land. Ariki community, Ariki land, the eco-village, everything else that Ariki holds is all over here, this part of the land. And then we have Tumanako, which is the neighbouring community, which supports before Ariki, further over there in the distance. So they're sister and brother communities, and they're forming together as one. So the area behind me, this valley that you can see, this has been designated for an eco-village. This is a place where we will have 22 plots, garden plots, where you can have temporary accommodation, a mobile tiny home, which you can own in perpetuity, a license to occupy 400 square meters. We'll have many different people living together. We're going to have a community space, we'll have our own gardens, and it will just be a beautiful, harmonious way that we can live off the land in a minimalistic way with views of the harbour, access to community, and everyone can grow their own garden. So we're standing here in the Market Gardens area. This land used to just be an area for grazing cattle and for hay baleage, and now we're starting to utilize the land for market gardens. We're growing lots of food. This is Josh, and him and his partner Amber, they're taking on a beautiful role of growing an abundance of food for us at the moment.
Is lettuce, fennel, beets, cauliflower, and some carrots. This is the propagation sheds. This used to be where the old dairy farmer used to overwinter his cows. We've taken off the roof so that the sun can get in. And over on this side, we're planning on getting some plastic film, greenhouse film, so that we can let in the light. At the moment, I'm sowing my seeds undercover and moving them over here onto the benches so they can get some light when they germinate.
I'm standing in the native forest here on Ariki. We have many hectares that has been protected. It's under a QE2 covenant. We are slowly wanting to introduce kiwi back into the area. So there's been a large pest control program where over 500 pests have been caught. And we are excited to make this protected habitat for the kiwi to re-emerge. There has been reports of kiwi footprints being seen, so that is optimistic. We've also planted up to 70,000 more native trees adjacent to this native forest to be able to continue it. And that also gave us the ability to subdivide 3 hectares of land on the property as well to support with the progress and the finances of Ariki. The mangroves are at the base of Ariki, between the land and the harbour, a place that's abundant of fish and other types of sea life. This whole basin was known throughout history to be an incredible source of food for the local people that live on these lands. We also have kayaks that people come to enjoy the mangroves, and you can literally kayak for kilometers all around this area. And there's also a river and a natural spring that flow down into the mangroves where they meet together. Fresh water and salty water meet. They raise up and down a few times of the day, and it's just such a great and beautiful resource to look after and to enjoy for residents and any visitors that come to the land.